A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good day to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan, wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit.
Nah, Jack, brother. Jack, brother. Check back up one, man. Like a blind people. What's going on right now? Nobody.
Morning to my South St. James family. Well, the latest reports confirm that Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 system, is moving directly over our constituency within the next few hours. I wanted to reach you before the full impact begins in the next couple of hours. Now, many of you are already in shelters, and I thank those who moved early. Resources in these shelters are limited, but we're in touch with the parish disaster committees and doing everything we can to support to those inside. The plan from the committee was to send food after people arrived. Not ideal in my opinion, but we're where we are, And we're going to be pushing to help those who are inside already to get some resources. We've cleared the drains and culverts we could with the resources and time we had. And I want to thank the men and women who've been out with their machetes and their shovels, clearing blockages to help others. But please be careful. Don't be fooled by the calm if the eye passes over. Stay sheltered until the authorities say it is safe to come outside. Community teams are on standby to clear roads and act as first responders once the storm passes. They will help to reach anyone trapped and reopen access to our communities. If you want to volunteer with us, send me a message or contact your counselor. I know how hard you've worked, tying down the roofs, moving the animals, protecting your families. Can't really protect the plants. But that effort shows who we are. We're resourceful, we're resilient, and we're brave. We've already had reports of landslides, flooded riverbanks, and widespread outages of power, water, and communication. Please, take no chances, stay indoors, stay calm, and take note of those around you who may be worse off, so that when the storm passes, we can see about them first. That is our elderly, the disabled, our pregnant and single mothers, and those who live alone. We do not have infinite resources. We were not given adequate resources, but we have to give what we have to those in greatest need. We are a praying people, and we'll need strength and faith to get through this. To Jamaicans at home and our friends abroad, keep South St. James in your thoughts. We will need help, your financial support, supplies, and hands when our rebuilding begins. I will remain in touch with our local authorities throughout the storm, and you will see me in the immediate aftermath. Please stay inside as conditions worsen, follow your official updates, and most of all, stay safe. May God cover us, our families, our constituency, our parish, and our Jamaica land.
It's to our telcos. I'll start with Digicel. 26% of mobile network is offline, predominantly due to the widespread loss of power. There's a further 209 sites running on generators and 9 on batteries. For fiber to home customers, we are seeing 20% customers offline due to no power in their homes. As we see the most impacted areas, we will work with our crews to focus on those areas first. Even if commercial power is still to be restored, we will keep generators fueled and gas the sites back to keep them up and running. They are also confirming that also in aid in recovery, we are working with the SMA to increase our spectrum bandwidth channels, as we know from our experience from Hurricane Beryl that the mobile infrastructure will be recovered much quicker than the fixed. So just to indicate that I, this morning at 3 o'clock, signed licenses for additional spectrum for Flow, Liberty Caribbean, and I'm awaiting Digicel to give them the same. For Flow, I'm happy to say that Liberty Caribbean operators of Flow, Jamaica, and Liberty Business is committed to playing its part for Jamaica to recover quickly from the inevitable damage following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Again, with the spectrum that they have received, they will be bringing a new innovation, mobile connectivity via satellite, and facilitates SMS and text messages to areas affected in the aftermath of the storm. So this partnership promises to seamlessly enable 4G LTE mobile customers to send texts to their family and friends, even when the local network services may be interrupted. So that's huge, very huge. And this collaboration with Starlink reflects a deep commitment to the Caribbean and protecting Jamaica. So we look forward for that. And we also look forward for Digicel to do the same, which will give us a lot more ability to communicate and to recover as quickly as possible.
The impact of Melissa is being felt. Everyone gave full details. We are having reports of widespread impact across several parishes, which are seeing increased number of land slippage, flooding, fire, storm surge, and power outage. Roads in St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Catherine were blocked by fallen trees, poles, landslides, and most of these have been clear. And I want to make the point that the team that are on the road, the roving teams that have been pre-positioned, have been responding. Once the report is sent to the team, they are out there actually doing the work. So if you are in an area where there is blockage and fallen trees, you can send us the information, and once that is possible, we will send the team out. Minister Vaz, I see a report here, fire on GPS pole lines in certain sections. Storm surge affect Old Harbour Bay and other such communities. Caribbean Terrace is experiencing flooding, and I want to say that that is a community that I think we have to pay more attention to, because many years ago, when I was mayor, a section of Caribbean Terrace was devastated. And we are now seeing again, based on the information that is coming, and I'm going to ask the team to do some more checking to see the extent of what is taking place in Caribbean Terrace. We are experiencing, as I said before, land slippage in many communities in Portland, St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, and many other communities are experiencing those challenges as I speak at this time. This is the last briefing that we'll be able to give as update, but I will spend 2 minutes again. God has been merciful, because we've been talking about Melissa coming for almost a week. And still today, when we are expecting Melissa, there are still, as everyone have said, a small window of opportunity. Let us use it, and use it wisely. Let us respond. I hope by within the next hour, when I get an update, I will see more persons in shelters, and we will see more people responding. Jamaica, this is not the time to be brave. I've been saying for 1 week, don't bet against Melissa. It is a bet we can't win. I want to close because the reports is short, and we want persons to go to do what they can do for themselves, their families. And I want to thank all of you who have left.
First of all, the eye itself is a calm area in the center of the storm. So as that moves over, it will appear as if it's all done. It will be a clearing. There will be very little cloud cover. There will be very little wind. And so it will feel as though the storm has passed. And it's a good feeling. And so a number of persons would want to take the opportunity to get some quick repairs done, especially since the eye extends a few miles actually in diameter, so it would take a little while to pass over you, and you could have some time of break. But before the eye gets to you, you would have passed through one of the most intense parts of this hurricane. It means that you will experience wind speeds that are approaching 300 kilometers per hour. This is round about 185 miles per hour. That's what the system is packing as a Category 5 hurricane. And much of that will be within the eye wall. in that eye wall, which is that area that surrounds the eye, you will have that in most intense wind speeds, but also the most torrential downpours of rainfall. So that area will pass from the coast right across as the eye moves. Of course, that is the protective area for the eye that moves along with it, all the way from the southwest of Jamaica to the north central part of the island. So you will experience those intense conditions before the calm, and then after that calm, you experience it once again, unfortunately, and the winds will be from the opposite direction. So if it was coming to you from the east, it will now come to you from the west after the eye. If it was from the north, it will come from the south after the eye passes. It's always from the opposite direction after the eye passes, and you have to prepare yourself for that.
Lightning. And what do we look out for ahead of it? What are the signs?
Yes, lightning frequently occurs during the thunderstorms. Of course, it does occur during thunderstorms. And thunderstorms will be part of that intense area of the shower activity. We don't expect anyone to be outside, really. So that should, of course, protect you from the lightning strikes to a large extent. Of course, there will be some impact. It will affect electricity supply. It could also be the cause of fires. And so it's important that that is also monitored. I'm sure the fire brigade is alert to that, that there could be fires that are generated because of the lightning strikes. So that is one of those hazards that actually accompanies hurricanes as well. We don't talk much about tornadoes either, but actually we do have small tornadoes that develop in hurricanes, and that is something that people need to also be aware of. First of all,
so to all who those outside the hype, you better not go back in our house. You need to go inside. You understand me? You need to go inside. You Jamaican people, most of you don't listen. You stubborn. You stubborn. You own don't fall. Seriously. Mighty God, I see some video, I see my people with everybody outside. I hope you hear this, you know. I hope you hear what this man say. Because this is, listen, you say all down at Westmoreland? Down at Westmoreland, I tear up. You hear me? Down at Westmoreland, no good. Somebody text me and said, don't you flat out. So, I hope that is really not the case, Jamaica. I hope that is really not the case. But, I'm praying for everybody. I want to stay safe. I want to look after yourself and take care of yourself, alright? Blessings upon blessings. One love.